There's something you said that really caught my attention. It was the attention to detail, the attention to your craft. I really want to know which song out of all of them did you go like the farthest you've ever gone in your life?
What's my best song? I don't have.
Every
Time
single
I'm just
time.
touching it, it just has to be the same
Perfect.
intensity. If you listen to my music and you pay attention to my music, you will discover how organic it is. When I say organic, it just sounds completely different from anything you're hearing, to the point where it's hard to swallow. It's not trendy. It's not moving with the current. It's not. I'm always anti-current because every time I'm anti-current, I'm able to see what my place is in the current trend or the current world.
Which song would you say was the first time you had seen success?
For me,
Yes, for you.
My very first single,
Yeah.
I came out the gate.
Oh, you came out the.
I reduced the percentage of failure
Yeah.
like drastically. Just
Yeah.
having people that are going to approach it with a science.
When was the first time you realized people were watching you, not just as an artist, but as proof that this path is possible? What's up, Pablo?
What's up, Charles? You want to introduce our guest?
Yes, definitely. I want to introduce to you one and honorable Mboko God, a Cameroon artist, and it's very delightful to have you on here. It's such a pleasure.
Yes.
And-
Dare I say, the best Cameroon artist.
The best,
The
out of
best Cameroon
number one.
artist.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and we're in Trademark Hotel, and I want to give a special thanks to Sandy Brew for giving us this opportunity. And we also want to now crack the jiggers and the questions. So I want to go way back. I want to go way back to when you were a kid, and when you realized you had this talent for music.
Well,
Yeah.
I can remember when I started liking music, but I don't think I remember when I had the talent, when I felt I have talent for music. I don't, sadly I don't, because I never went to a music school, or I never went to some type of talent search program. So I found myself in music because I loved it, and I don't remember when I think when I fell in love with music, I was more like, talent or not, I'm doing this shit.
Oh, okay.
I think it has to be that, because I don't remember when I really told myself that, wow, you have a talent, you should pursue this career.
So there was no one single moment. It was just like a thing where you just kept doing it, and then all of a sudden.
It's just like, I love it. I just because I love it, I started doing it.
Then you can tell you're really good, because I was doing research. I really liked your song Jovi Jachete. Is it Jachete?
Jachete.
I was listening to this song and I was like, what?
He
You're
couldn't-
really talented, and I'm actually shocked there was no single like time in your childhood when maybe you're like, oh my god, I'm like really good at this thing.
Well, I think at some point, yes, I started, but it comes when people are telling you, oh, you're doing this thing well. Like, yeah, someone will tell you that, I like this, your song. And then over time, your confidence builds, and then you are able to say, oh yeah, I'm good at this.
Yeah.
Okay.
That song, he couldn't stop playing it on the way here. Just in repeat.
I
Yeah.
love the song. I really love it.
Yeah. That's a song I did for Johnny Walker, because Johnny Walker, I'm like the ambassador for Johnny Walker in Cameroon. I say like because I haven't extended my contract, but I've been there since 2021.
2021.
I see.
If I could ask you, yeah, you know, growing up in Cameroon, you said this music thing, you've always loved it, and you're like, I'm doing that, whether I'm talented or not. Let me ask you, you know, seeing as you're African, sometimes African, you know, parents, your friends, when you tell them you're going into the creative scene, they look at you like, what's wrong with this guy?
Yeah, you're crazy.
Yeah, it's like you're saying I'm about
It's so
to.
facts.
Yeah.
And I relate to that. We all relate to that.
Yeah,
over
it's
here.
like they think you're gonna start doing drugs, you know, you might as well.
Oh, they want you to go to school.
Yeah, they
Exactly.
want to be a doctor, those stuff. So
Safer,
yeah.
yeah.
So how did the people around you react when you started doing music?
Well, my dad, first of all, he didn't want me to be an artist. I don't think any of my parents wanted me to be an artist, but the way my parents raised me, it's they raised us in a way that if we love something, they could really tell that it's because we love it that we're doing it, not because some way of influence and stuff. I think then my mom started supporting me because I remember the first song I produced, the first beat I made, that made me to be like, wow, I can really make beats. It's because my mom passed through the window of my room and my mom was like, this beat is good. I like that. Yeah. And it was a reggae song because my mom doesn't know hip. My mom knows reggae. Like she comes from the time of Bob Marley. This is good reggae. That's bad reggae. So I'm trying to make a reggae beat, and she goes through the window. Oh, God love, this is a very nice. Because my real name is God love. It's like, oh, God love, this is a very nice beat. I really like that, and I was like, oh, I'm keeping it. And the beat ended up on an album almost 15 years later on somebody's album. Yeah.
No, that's
Okay.
crazy, man. I'm guessing it's like your mom really supported you.
Yes. I think that what she really gave me because we're from the hood, we're from the forest, the low. So it gives you confidence when your mom is like, oh, I like what you're doing. Because pretty much that's the only place where you can really get a compliment from.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
When you step out of the house,
Yeah.
everything
So
goes
what are you
down.
doing? This is not
Yeah,
good.
this is-
Yeah.
People will be like, cut it, cut it.
Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
man. And that's such a big thing. And I think African parents generally, they need to really give their children, like us even, that support, that small amount of support, that small word is such a big thing actually, man. And hearing it even, yeah, if you're a mom of an African kid, we need
Yeah.
more support for real.
You know, African moms, support your kids. You never know.
You could be the next Jovi. Yeah?
For the next Obama.
Literally,
the next Obama,
literally.
all
and,
of that,
And
true.
sometimes it just comes off even some
does.
small one word.
It does.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, I wanted to ask, do you remember the biggest, what was the craziest story out of any concert you've ever done? Like the most craziest story?
I think when I went to Gabon, because this is how I've been doing music. I stay home all the time. If I travel, I go to a hotel.
Yeah.
I stay in that hotel all the time. Like now I'm in Kenya.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to get to an apartment and I'll be there all the time till I leave.
So you don't be going to clubs?
No
none of
way!
it? No.
How comes?
Yeah.
Like I need my ears. First of all the songs Jachet that you like, I produced it. So I'm also the one who mixed and engineered it, which means I record myself. My whole career I've been recording myself. All my albums, I recorded my albums and mixed them and produced them. All of them.
Big talent right there.
All
That's
of them.
big talent right there,
Yeah.
because not many artists actually do that. Yeah.
And it's not just talent, it's also what I'm trying to point out about is dedication. And I really, really just sit in one place and focus, you know. So I think that's what really made me to be able to juggle 3 different disciplines, because I have to make sure I have an A grade in each aspect. I cannot be a C rapper
A producer.
on an A producer and a C engineer. I have to be A everywhere. So the focus and the attention to detail, all of that is just, and the intensity. So I'm at the point where when I'm working on my album, I cannot really do it well next to other people because I'm intense.
I see. You need that focal point, that focal
Exactly.
focus. I see.
Like even if I want a compliment or I want a critique from you, I'll be intense about it. I want you to give more of what you're about to give. Like you're going to say it's not good, and I'm going to want you to say how bad it is. Not just telling me it's bad, like how bad. Oh, it's really, really bad, but like how? Is it green or red bad? Is red bad? Okay. Is it dark red bad? You know, I will keep going with you till we hit the bottom of it.
And then you start fixing everything.
Yes, and then I start fixing it. So when you're with people that, you know, they just want to have fun, I'm just here to have fun and listen to music. No, I cannot be
Actually, I
around
do have
people
a
like
point
that.
for you. How do you, when those people give you that critique and it goes all the way until the bottom line, well, now you know, like, okay, now I have the raw information about where my music is bad. How do you pinpoint if this guy maybe is being biasedly, maybe critiquing your stuff just out of biasness? Or if he's saying the truth? How do you tell the difference?
I first of all want to ask people that I know are honest with me. That's the first criteria. And when you have selected people that are honest with you, with the relative level of honesty, you can tell, especially the ones that are honest with you and that love you. Those are the ones that really tell you the truth. Because those ones, the truth comes out of them innocently. It doesn't come out like they care about your music too much or they are trying to save your life. No, it doesn't come out like that. It will come out like, they'll be like, oh, I like this music, but I'm not feeling the same way I felt when I heard this other one. And it will give you a message or some, because the person knows me.
Yeah, exactly.
It would go a long way to really, really put me on track if I was going off track. You know? Because someone who really knows you and that's honest with you or that loves you, it will only hurt you if you and that person don't have that type of relationship.
Yeah.
But if you have a relationship with a person and the person is like, oh, it looks like your raps are getting weaker. You know, somebody that you know likes your raps, you know listens to you. Then you can also have an opinion from someone that doesn't care about rap.
And the person is like, I don't really like rap, but I like this other song. I don't like this one. That also is enough to situate you. Like, what, yeah, how should I go about it?
So I'm getting the vibe that you're a very particular person, even when it comes to producing the people you want around you and all of that. It makes me, have this type of question I want to ask you. So obviously, when you're making music, you have your tight-knit group that you allow in the studio when you're producing and all of that, and you speak multiple languages, no? Yeah. Does that make it easier to make music, speaking multiple languages, or does it make it harder?
Speaking multiple languages is a superpower. Any language that's available to you, your mom, your granddad, whatever you can learn, just add it.
Yeah.
And it's going to give you a superpower. Because the thing with languages is that languages is like a code. It's like an algorithm
That it comes in with you with culture, perception, proverbs, style, all those things, class, all those things come with language. Like if you learn a language today, it's gonna be imparted into you with codes.
Yes, yeah.
There's just no way you can just take a language and just go with it and it's just a language dry.
That's such an interesting.
Yeah, because that's what the thing is actually, and that's why they call it the mother tongue, because it's actually it's a fundamental thing. That's why it's tied to a mom. The mother is like, it's fundamental. You know what I'm saying? So it comes with stuff. And even your perception of the world and how you see the world, the lens in which you're viewing the world, languages have different lenses. Cultures have different lenses. And they have certain things that they highlight. Like you can go to a language that has a word for something and another language doesn't have a word for it because that other language doesn't care about that thing. For them, that thing is nothing. And then you have something that is loved this way, but it's taboo here. And you learn the language, you learn the culture. So it gives you some type of superpower in the sense that you become a little bit tolerant than the average person. The average person is used to hearing people talk to them in a language. And when you're talking in another language, I don't think they're tolerant enough to have a full conversation or want to really know your story. But if I know someone's language if the person is in pain, I think that I would be able to grasp that faster than someone who doesn't. For example, you see the Japanese culture, they have different things. They have a lot of things that are peculiar about them that is different from us here in Africa. For example, Japanese people don't dance.
They don't.
Not at all.
And I'm thinking, obviously.
You've been to Japan.
Obviously, you've been to Japan, yeah?
No, not yet. But I've been. The person who taught me my software, how to use, was from Japan. And he was mentored by someone that I look up to, Nujabes. You know Nujabes? Nujabes mentored Yushi, and Yushi taught me how to use the software I'm using, FL Studio. I was using FL Studio, but he taught me how to sample with it. And Nujabes, you know, is a pioneer to lo-fi hip-hop.
So good. Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. He died in a car accident on a bridge. Yeah. So yeah, Nujabes is Japanese people, for example, they don't dance. And regular people don't make jokes. Yeah. Like, trying to make a Japanese person laugh is not cool.
You're serious? No way. So that's the culture. Genuinely, no dancing, no jokes.
Yeah, they don't laugh. They don't. You know, like how laugh is a casual thing. Laugh and dance is not casual for them. It's something that they actually have to go to a place for that.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't just dance your way into a Japanese situation where there's no dance. Like, they're not gonna appreciate that.
Oh my days. That's actually.
So they actually, the Japanese culture believes that the person who dances is someone who was taught and trained how to dance. It's not like a social thing like for us here in Africa where a woman can shake her ass. You saw French Montana's video in Uganda where everybody was shaking their ass.
I think so.
Yes. So you can't be like that in Japan. You can't just be on the street and everyone is dancing. Nah, that's not culture.
You can't just laugh out of nowhere.
No, it's not the culture refrain is not on the laughter. It's actually on making jokes.
Oh, okay. No making jokes anywhere.
Jokes are for professional. It's professional person that makes jokes because they had an emperor and stuff. So it's the person who makes jokes for the emperor that is allowed to make jokes in culture. A regular person is not expected to make people laugh. Or a regular person is not expected to know how to dance.
Okay. So it's more of like you have to be professional at those things. And the Japan culture is quite interesting.
Yeah.
And what you're saying is that when I learn this language, there's a way it also tolerates my own culture. So in some way, even if I learn Japan, I'm guessing it might also affect my own dancing and joking type of thinking.
Yes.
And that's quite interesting. Now that's actually such a big point. I've never heard that for real.
For the people who don't know, how many languages do you speak specifically?
I speak four.
Yeah.
French, English, Pidgin, and my dialect, my mother tongue, my mom's, my mom and dad's.
For us who just speak 1, 2, 3.
Three, yeah.
You speak three?
Well, a bit of the last one is a bit complicated, not too much, but it's mother tongue, but I don't know fluently. But the other two I know fluently, Kiswahili and English. Those ones I know. But Kikuyu, I think it's like a big thing in Kenya because when it comes to these mother tongues of ours, it's like most of us, it's slowly draining out.
Yeah,
and it's just not in Nairobi.
The language is
even
dying
outside.
a bit.
It's very much dying. It's a bit scary, I cannot lie.
Yeah.
But you're in is it Cameroon? Yeah, Cameroon. You're in Cameroon. All of you, these cultural languages, I'm guessing it's like a very, very sacred thing because I have friends from Cameroon and they all know, literally, just the same way he said. Like you remember my friend, he knows his mother tongue, French, English, and he carries it everywhere. which is such a big thing. I think we can learn something from even Cameroon about keeping our own mother tongues.
Yes.
And that culture that comes with it. Yeah.
And also, one complicated thing about Cameroon is the third biggest gene pool in Africa.
Okay.
But we have the smallest population among those countries. So number one is Sudan,
Yeah.
number two is Nigeria,
Yeah.
and number three is us.
Uh-huh.
And Nigeria is more than us just by a tiny bit, maybe like 200 million.
Jesus
So it
Christ.
means that more people per amount of people originate from Cameroon. You have your origins, you know,
All over.
yeah,
In Cameroon.
Bantu,
Yeah.
you're from there.
Yeah.
Your ancestors
Ancestors
traveled from there.
Yeah. And
Because
together,
that's the equator.
yeah, and to be honest, even Africa, we're all one people. We've always been one people. The people came and divided us, and that's what I truly believe. I feel like if we even go back, we nearly
Yes.
probably were all connected.
If you check
It's a
your
very-
genes,
it's a-
we're
yes.
gonna be meeting in certain places. Our genes will be crossing.
Yeah.
And
Like,
it's
it's so easy to find that out.
Yeah,
So easy.
yeah, and you know, even what's happening now, it's I feel like even Africa is like at an awakening, even with how people from outside are starting to realize how things in Africa are not the way they were tainted to them, you know. So yeah, Africa is quite interesting. Our origins, our languages, how they affect us. Like, I love all these points you made.
Yeah. It's very, very important.
big.
Because when we know our origins, that's
Yeah.
when we see our similarities. So we can be like, oh, we're different here and stuff. But why are we similar here? If we're similar here, it's because we come from this and that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Those things really help, eh? They go a long way.
They go very far.
They go a long way because if you look at, like you pointed out, it's very, very true. We were very separated. Maybe separated.
Very much.
Right?
Yeah. And even on that topic, but also bringing it back to music, would you say the African music scene is more individualistic or collaborative when you're coming up as a new artist?
I think that the internet age has more individualistic human beings. Because I mean, you get groomed to love yourself and just give your ego this bigger than life space when you haven't yet done anything. I mean, like just the psychological step of you creating your account and putting your profile picture on it is a mind tuning. It tunes your mind to an egotistic journey. It's like, I'm on one journey. Oh, I have 5 followers now. Let's get to 100.
Yeah.
Let's get to 10,000. You understand?
Yeah.
But you and I know that if 20 people ask you money, you're gonna be like, 20 people is too much.
Yeah.
In real life, yeah.
Yeah,
You
is
realize,
it too much?
you see that, like five relatives come and ask you for money, you be like, man, 5 people just ask me for money. The money is too much.
Yeah.
But social media, if you have 100 likes, you're still
It's
gonna
nothing.
feel like,
It's nothing.
Small.
you know,
And it's
which
very
is an
crazy.
imbalanced thing. It's like it's tuning your mind to that imbalance, non-reciprocated
Yeah.
affection.
Yeah.
You being comfortable with affection that you haven't reciprocated. You know what I'm saying? Like 20 people love you. You haven't shown those 20 people the same love
same
they've shown
love.
you and stuff.
Yeah.
And you're okay. You want 100 now. Okay, 100 is done. Let's get to 1,000.
Let's get
So
to
it's
10,000.
more like a generation of people that have more the tendency of wanting their ego or wanting themselves to be recognized or wanting people to see them. With all the internet and the platforms that are available now, some people even think that being known is important than actually knowing your craft.
I want to ask, previously going back to our other topic, there's something you said that really caught my attention. It was the attention to detail, the attention to your craft. I really want to know which song out of all of them did you go like the farthest you've ever gone in your life? The farthest, the attention to detail, the focus, the everything. Which one was it that you will say that you actually
This
like
is your
did
masterpiece.
Your masterpiece.
Yeah.
Out of the what other people are saying, out of what we think, out of everything, everyone's opinion.
What's my best song?
What's the
Song I love
one,
the most.
the one you love the most? Not what other people love the most.
I don't have.
You don't have. No.
You know, I kind of figured he'd say that.
Yeah.
I'm actually amongst.
Yeah.
I can say. I think I'm the most productive rapper of all times. Yeah.
So you genuinely.
The most productive, like all around in Africa. All around. I have more albums than many people, but I'm still the one who produced the albums. So I think my attention to detail and my dexterity, or however you want to describe it, is something that I already forged into my system. I forged it. It became part of me.
So every time you do it, every
time
single
I'm just
time,
touching it, it just has to be the same
Perfect.
intensity.
Yeah.
the same amount. Either if
Yeah.
sometimes even try to go further. I'm imagining.
Yeah. Oh, I don't do it. Yeah, it's
I
better we
definitely
just leave it like
understand.
that.
No, and that's beautiful. I love
Yeah,
it.
I knew you'd
Yeah,
say that.
that's
He said
beautiful.
he's particular. You know, it's like
Yeah.
a perfectionist. So everything he gives.
You know,
the same
as
attention.
even me as like
Yeah.
an entrepreneur and even a small creative, I definitely when I hear the attention to detail every single time, that's genuinely something I don't think a lot of people usually can relate to. But I love the statements and everything.
Yeah. So also, seeing as your music is multicultural, seeing as you incorporate different languages and even how the effort you put into your music and everything, I'm curious to know, who are your influences? You mentioned Nujabes in terms of producing, that is. Yes, but
Nujabes is somebody that I look up to in the sense that he's an OG. First of all, he's older than me. I look up to him in the sense that he's not American.
yeah,
How is he able to even create a place for himself? You know?
And he did it over here.
It's people like that, Akon, people like that. Manu Dibango, which is a legend in my place. The guy who sang what everybody copied. Mam say, Mam say, Mama Kusa.
wait,
Oh.
he's Cameroonian.
What?
That's Makosa is Cameroonian.
I mean, I didn't know. Okay, that
No,
song.
that's big.
I didn't think it
The
was.
name of the song is Soul Makosa
And then it was sampled, and
by Michael
then.
Jackson.
Oh, okay, yeah, because I was thinking Michael. Yeah,
Thank
me,
you, sir.
I didn't know the origin. I
That's
was over here
crazy.
thinking it was an MJ song.
Even
Yeah.
Shakira song. It's time for Africa. Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Waka waka, oh,
That's a song
big.
that I grew up listening to as a kid.
Yeah.
And then I woke up one day on TV. It was Shakira's song.
Yeah.
And you know that's big. I think the Americans really take a lot of stuff from us, man. We need like super much.
So then the
compensation,
influences
though.
are who
Yeah.
exactly?
For that, my influences will be. I think I have too many influences because I don't perceive myself like regular artists. Most artists are not really into what I am into. I have engineer idols like Dave Pansado, Phil Tan. I have engineer idols like Jason Joshua, people who've won Grammys, people who changed engineering. Bruce Sweden, the engineer for Michael Jackson's albums, from Off the Wall to the last one. That's a legend. It's like a god.
Yeah.
So it's people like that that will be like, I like these speakers, and everybody will go and buy it. Not without even hearing the speakers, you know, just because of the amount of respect that they have for him in the world.
Yeah.
So I have people that I look up to that are producers, composers,
Yeah.
like Dr. Dre, like Kanye West,
Yeah, okay.
like Quincy Jones. Yeah, Quincy Jones, the late Quincy Jones. We used to we follow each other on Twitter.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which song would you say was the first time you had seen success?
For me,
Yes, for you.
my very first single,
Yeah.
I came out the gate.
Oh, you came out swinging.
Yeah, I came out swinging because,
Yeah.
like I said, I was my producer and my engineer.
Yeah.
So the artist came out when those two
Yeah.
people said it's right.
Yeah.
So it just had to work. There was no try and error. I had already I reduced the percentage of failure
Yeah.
like drastically. Just
Yeah.
having people that are going to approach it with a science. And that's what producers and
Yeah.
engineers do. They have to figure out what science.
Because you truly love your art. They didn't
Yeah.
understand.
Yeah.
So you truly, at that moment, would you say you truly knew like you're the only one who might be able to make it truly what you wanted to make?
Exactly.
Ah.
That's how I felt in the beginning. Because when I was around me, people will make beats, but I don't think they will make beats until it's good as how I'll make beats until it's good. They might stop along the way and be like, oh, it's fine like that, you know. But maybe I'll be listening to it, I'll be like, I still have to do something to this beat. Maybe this is not enough. Like, I'll always want to push it. Yeah.
Man, who was the first person you called? The first time, like after the major success?
After I made the song,
Yeah, I'm guessing. I'm wondering whether if it was like one of your inspirations or mom.
Yeah, not even mom.
the guys that we made it together, we were all around each other.
Ah,
We were just
okay.
celebrating, and we left the hood.
Yeah, you guys made it out.
My song is what took us
Yeah,
out.
yeah.
Oh, so you didn't switch up on your day ones. You stayed the same, loyal.
Yeah. My day ones are still there.
Ah, okay.
He's the one who directed my first video.
Ah, yeah.
Oh, okay. I
up?
think he's sleeping.
He's the one who directed
Yeah.
and edited my first video.
Yeah.
And he's still here. We're in Kenya today.
I think I have a deep question. Have you ever felt like the music? Have you ever felt like any moment whereby you feel like the music is bigger than what you're doing, even than yourself? Bigger.
What I always felt was bigger was my purpose. It's always be bigger. And because of how big my purpose is, I've never felt like, oh yeah, maybe you should chill now. You know, yes. And then I've never chased accolades. Like, oh, did I win a Grammy? Did I do this? I've never, you know. Yeah,
It's always been about your purpose.
Yeah,
yes,
you know,
it's just always been.
that's because
I get drowned in it. I don't even think about
You don't even care about the awards.
fun, girls, drugs.
Yeah.
I just smoke,
And
I
you
smoke
know,
weed, though.
I think that's truly the secret to success, because once you see your purpose, everything else becomes less important to you.
Yeah.
And it becomes your sole focus point. Because I think even me, as I've grown up, I've started to see what I want to do. And also, just like you said, I relate to everything else becoming less meaningful, because your goal is just to serve what you truly think God put you on earth to do.
Yeah.
I truly relate to that. And that's such a big thing.
Going out all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to have fun all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to relax all the time.
Yeah.
And I was also gonna ask, because this whole purpose thing, it was kind of, you kind of answered the question I was gonna ask you, but I still want to ask you. You know, I heard you said you've been doing this for like 20 years. That's a long time. And I was gonna ask, at what point would you feel like, I guess, satisfied, or be like, okay, now I've done it. This is my music career. I feel happy to, you know.
I have a part of my career where I want to be done. I'm done with rap.
Right now you're done with rap.
No, I'm going to be my last album. I'll be done with rap. Yeah.
But you're not done with music.
I think I'm a producer. I could score films. Yeah. If you listen to my music and you pay attention to my music, you will discover how organic it is. When I say organic, it just sounds completely different from anything you're hearing, to the point where it's hard to swallow, because it's not trendy, it's not moving with the current. It's not. I'm always anti-current, because every time I'm anti-current, I'm able to see what my place is in the current trend or the current world. If I'm not anti-current, and I try to go with the flow,
Yeah.
I don't usually like how I look or how I sound.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
You know, a good thing about that, if you go against the flow, you end up trailblazing, and you also end up not regretting the stuff you've done, because a lot of the stuff, seeing as you've been in the game for 20 years, you've seen the trends of like early 2000 music, the teens, and now in the 20s, music always evolving. So if you're
Yeah, a lot of people are catching up to what I was doing in 2009.
and that's because you're doing your own thing and not following what was popular
Yeah.
in 2009. Yeah.
Like I was rapping in Pidgin. When I was rapping in Pidgin, people were like, "You're rapping in Pidgin? Why?" Way back.
Yeah. What do you think is similar between Cameroon and Kenyan music? Do you see any similarities?
Cameroon and Kenyan music, I think that all the musics are similar, but African music is separated into four. You can categorize African music into four origins.
You have the coastal people, you have the people of the forest, you have the people of the savannah, and then you have the people of the desert.
That's such a good way to put it.
That's actually how all
Yeah.
our music comes from.
Yeah.
Now, the people who are in the savannah, they're the people who are cattle rearers. Those people know how to make instruments out of grass. That's how a flute comes out of a bamboo. Then those who are in the forest, they cut wood, trunks of trees, bore holes into them, measure the sound. Those people are the people that come up with xylophones.
No, that's
See what I'm
crazy.
saying?
Yeah, you can see what you're saying.
Now you see the guys who are in between the jungle and the cattle rearers, they are the hunters. Those are the people that skin the animal and make a conga, a drum. You know,
Yeah.
so that's how African music's origin comes from. They come from these different climates and this different type
And
of
you can hear it in the
environments.
voice and the
Yes.
production and
Exactly.
everything.
The sound, actually.
The sound. Where would you put Amapiano? I don't know.
Amapiano is urban music.
Urban.
It's not traditional music.
Okay.
No, it's not. You think that's tradition?
That's
fucking tradition.
still new. You don't know what to talk about.
That's
Well-
metropolitan. That's music that has
Yeah.
a mixture of different ideas of people in an urban city. That's not no tribe can claim that type of music.
Because I was thinking maybe I would put it forest, but now it looks like I'm completely
Like
wrong.
a South African traditional
Yeah.
music.
Yeah.
No, it cannot. You cannot first of all say
Yeah.
a music is traditional and is associated to a country. It has to be associated to a region, a village,
Okay.
a
Yes.
tribe.
Yes. True,
When you
true,
don't
true.
land your music next to a tribe, it's urban.
Actually, now I'm even more interested. What would you say, random people like me or Pablo being an athlete, me being an entrepreneur, you as a musician, what do you know about music that not many people know, like that might shock us? I'm not too sure. Because even you pointing out how it comes from this area, and this area.
Yeah.
I'm guessing these usually mean other things many of us like wouldn't know. I don't know.
Yeah, obviously.
Yeah.
If I was to teach music,
Yeah.
I'll definitely teach music in a university. No, seriously.
Yeah.
I'd be there in class. I'd be first in line.
Do I sound like I'm guessing?
No, you
you
do
sound
not.
very sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
does it sound like it's my perspective?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It's-
because I can see.
Yeah,
I
you
can
can-
see
you can
the
differentiate.
forest. I can see the desert, and I can even somehow feel and see those types of music. But to pinpoint them is where maybe now I need a bit more practice. Because I'm a
Yeah.
piano, just like right now I was thinking forest, but no, it's obviously not
No,
forest.
it's not traditional.
Yeah.
It's urban.
Okay.
It's urban because it's dance music,
Yeah.
but replayed with an African style
Yeah.
or African method of orchestration.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because orchestration can really change.
Yeah.
But sometimes it's just a casing.
Yeah.
What's inside is still the same thing.
Okay.
And then now, when you want to characterize music or classify music, the chord progressions, the choice of chords that the people play there. So if I play jazz chords on amapiano, is it jazz or is amapiano?
Let me answer this one. Just ask me again one more time.
If I play jazz chords on an amapiano rhythm, is it jazz or is amapiano?
That's a trick question. It's jazz.
Where is it?
Okay, if I put amapiano on top of the jazz, right?
Yeah.
Amapiano rhythm, play jazz chords on amapiano rhythm.
Me, I said jazz.
And now no, but it was originally jazz. Amapiano is just bringing that maybe 20-30%.
It's jazz
on top.
chords on amapiano.
It's just chords on amapiano.
Yes. Is that
that's
jazz or is that
complicated 'cause
amapiano? Me, I said it's jaz.
He quoted that amapiano is already a mixture of many.
First of all, just having this conversation shows you that the music is not traditional.
Okay.
You understand it?
Yes.
It's a hybrid.
Yes.
It's a hybrid.
You
I
tried
love
to
it.
get me.
It's just sometimes, right?
Yeah.
You don't actually have to have an answer to something. Just having that conversation.
That's
is
having
telling
that
you-
conversation
is
shows
telling
you.
that,
I see what you.
oh,
I
we're having
see.
this conversation. Oh, are we even having this conversation? You know what I'm saying? That's what I wanted even you to start with. Oh,
Yeah.
we're even having this conversation.
Okay.
I knew to the trick question. I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Okay, I think for
Yeah.
because of time, I think we can start going to the last bit of questions. And now I want to go to. I want to go. When was the first time you realized people were watching you, not just as an artist, but as proof that this path is possible?
Oh, when I went to school, I went to a secondary school,
Yeah.
which I couldn't get admitted to that school because my dad couldn't afford it. And then I went to that school and all the kids were screaming my name and they were so happy to see me. They
No.
were on the floor. I was like, oh.
Oh my God.
This is now when you're
No.
older now, like you're entering
Yeah, I was older and I went to this school
that you couldn't afford to go
my
into.
dad couldn't afford to send me there.
Yeah.
And then everybody in the school, from the principal to the kids, and everybody was just running. And I was like, wow.
What?
Yeah.
No, that's so big.
That's really cool.
When was this? 2010.
That's 2010.
2010.
2010, 2011. Yeah.
No, that's inspirational. Okay, do you ever feel pressure knowing your journey gives other people hope?
Pressure? Yes. I feel pressure all the time, even for myself. I'm harder on myself, actually. Yeah, I'm so hard on myself that I practically am not doing nothing that nobody is doing. I'm on my path. You know what I'm saying? Like, my path is just like, oh, you gotta keep going. The path is not enough. You have to keep going on, and I'm just on my path.
Yeah.
Like, I don't see people because the type of things I care about.
Yeah.
Trust me, the type of things I care about, you
Yeah.
don't even know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And I think for me to wrap it up before we go to Pablo, I don't know how to put this question, but I really wanted a raw answer. If you were to describe music from your own perspective, what would you describe it as in its raw form?
I think that music in its raw form is a proof that we're not just flesh. Yeah. I think music is there to show you that we're not just flesh. Like, you know, eat, shit, sleep. We're not just that. Yeah.
Yeah.
The fact that we can feel music,
can feel it,
and that
yeah.
someone can hear something, listen to it, and cry. It shows that we're more than, you know,
More than just
so,
flesh.
Yeah, so I've always looked at music like that, and also coming to what you were talking about, like there are many things that people don't know about music or art. There's just too many things. It's too many things that regular people don't know. It's so much, I don't even know where to start. But what I would say is, all forms of art aspire to the glory of music. Except cinema, that is a new form. That's why they call it le septième art in French.
Yeah.
Because cinema incorporates music and all forms of technology
And cinema.
and design and fashion and
Cinema
architecture.
is visual as well, and music is more
And it's also-
audible.
It's vibration in the air
be very
forming.
careful. Cinema is actually sound and visual.
Yeah.
That's actually when it became cinema.
Yeah.
When it was just film, you could have silent films.
And you
There was
think
no cinema then. Cinema
Yeah.
is when sound and everything incorporated. The designers, the makeup artists are there.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
that's now the whole thing.
Yeah.
And theater also is inside. Because people think that just because you're acting on stage, that's cinema. It's not cinema. You're acting on stage. You're doing theater.
Yeah.
Yes.
But music amazes me. How you just put vibration in the world and it makes somebody just
To feel
something. And
Exactly.
it does not make sense to me.
Yeah.
Like it's like there's something else making you feel something. I don't
Yeah.
even know, but
We
it
had-
is something spiritual.
We had
Yeah.
a DJ on this podcast recently, and his mentality is the same with yours.
We're good?
1 second, that camera is good or it's just this one? But that one is still good. Okay.
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 Yeah, we're done, right?
We are basically nearly
that's-
done.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, we had a DJ on this podcast recently, and his mentality is the same with yours in terms of frequency, vibrations, all of this. So it's kind of great to see, like, the same person in different people, if that makes sense.
Yeah, because that's
Yeah.
actually what unites us. Is that vibration?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah, it's just-
What do you think is? What are we doing here? You know,
Literally,
that
yeah.
vibration that makes
That
us to be
vibration.
like, oh, you see everybody
Yeah.
like 1 million people doing the same thing, bro. You think it's just. It's that vibration. It means that you
True.
hit the right chord.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
And all of us, maybe in different languages,
Yeah.
we are saying the same thing.
True.
Yeah.
Yes, very
We're
true.
saying the same thing. As artists, we're saying the same thing.
Yeah.
We're feeling the same thing.
Yeah, and you're right. I think art is bigger than what anyone realizes. But I think
Yeah.
there's even me as an artist, creative entrepreneur, even see art in my business. How when we set up the systems, when you bring in the stock, put it into the system, make the system a fully functional system that's rotating. It's like you're painting, and it's the same thing when you're making your music, fine tuning again and again and again. I feel like if you really look at a lot of these things in the world, that it's just art. It's like you're painting again and again and again and again, and you're just making your masterpiece.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's a very beautiful thing. Thank you, Jovi.
Thank you, guys.
Hopefully I can
Yeah.
introduce you to that DJ friend, because I feel like you guys will get along.
We will get
Yeah,
along
shout out to
because-
JM1.
JM1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah.
We need to sit down, chop it up. I'll be here for some time. I'll be here for like a week more.
Tell us.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, super
I'm hoping
grateful to
meet-
have you on though. You've been
Me-
really
me
cool.
too, me too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was actually such a pleasure.
Yeah,
Such
I've
a
learned
pleasure.
so much. I think you should be a teacher. I've learned so much. Yeah.
And us even being younger than you, and even just seeing where you've reached, it always gives us hope for actually for anyone who's aspiring to do anything. So
even in
thank you
different
so much,
career
Jovi.
paths. Yes, yes.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure everyone who's gonna watch this video will even take something, which is
Yeah.
our main goal always.
Shout out to Jovi.
So, and shout out to any one of you who's aiming to get to a position like Jovi.
Yeah.
You've heard it from Jovi himself. It's all about discipline, fine-tuning, art of focus. And you can do it. Jovi has done it. Jovi has come from.
and being
From the
obsessed
ground
with
up.
your craft.
Exactly.
Yes.
So thank you so much for coming on the What Even podcast. Thank you,
Yeah.
Jovi.
Thank you guys for having me.
Thank you
sure.
so much.
Thank you,
you so
thank you.
much.